Good day, y'all. It's AJ here, your Toothless Sage Secret. In my last reading, we worked with the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle, the Oracle deck that started this whole rampage on giving you a better understanding about Oracle cards and how they can be used in the same manner as a tarot. So, when I was going through this deck, figuring out how I'd want to modify it, because I found out that it was a counterfeit, and I had a couple of tarot projects going at that time, so I waited until these two tarot projects were at their end to start this. And I was looking through this deck and I was thinking to myself, this deck can give some really interesting readings if used by itself. And it started to make me think that, again, a lot of people seem to think that Oracle cards are fluffy, and I wanted to share with you a handful of the Oracle decks I had in my collection that I felt gave a really good reading, and I would use in the same manner as a tarot if I only had Oracle decks to work with. So with that, I want to share with you a couple more Oracle decks within this, Oracle Rampage, just to give you an idea of some different decks to use, and again, that they're not all fluffy love and light messages. So the deck I want to work with today is the Witchcraft Oracle. Witchcraft Therapy Oracle. I love the colors in this deck. I love the black and white images with the colors. The only thing I don't like about this deck is I don't like the size. They're really big, but I've been able to pair it with a tarot deck that's the same size. And the title to me, I think is not well titled. I think there could have been a better title to this, but I do like the way this deck reads and the messages I get from it. A long while back, on one of the social media tarot pages, somebody was asking for insight on their reading, and their reading was using this oracle deck to find out information about their boyfriend. And mind you, while you can, if you work with your intuition, you could use just about any deck and get a message to give you an understanding of the question you're asking. But the thing is, when it comes to people who start reading cards that are not used to it, their intuition isn't as strong as it is several years down the line. So again, I understand why people ask for insight on how to read their cards. But when it comes to using a deck outside of what you would normally use for a prescriptive deck or a predictive deck, you have to really push your intuition and find that link between the message and the cards. So with that, I want to do a reading for the collective with the Witchcraft Therapy Oracle. So what's the message for the collective today? The cards I have here is Ground, Dark Winter, and Align. So I see this more as like a prescriptive reading for what it is, but just because it's for the collective. In these times of dark winter, okay, let me see if I can back up. First and foremost, ground. Grounding yourself is basically grounding your energy. You're kind of all over the place and you need to center yourself. Grounding your energy can help center you. Dark winter. Dark winter to me reminds me of the dark time of winter when you don't have a lot of energy. The days are very short, and it's not nearly as inviting to do things like it is during the summertime. So dark winter, I'm thinking about the dark days, the times where you're just kind of slowed down and not nearly as active and aligned. This is telling me, the message from these cards is telling me, is during these times of dark winters, when you're not exactly have the energy that you're wanting or needing, take time to ground yourself. Ground yourself and center yourself. This can help you realign yourself, realign your spiritual self so that you can continue forward with what energy you're able to acquire. So with that, I want to wish everybody namaste. I will see you guys in my next reading, and as always, y'all come back now here.